Honorable members, Mr. Speaker.
Resume your seat. Honorable members, prayers. Almighty God, we humbly beseech thee to look with favor upon this youth impact parliament. Grant that it may perform its high duty as in thy sight. Give divine guidance to the executive director of the movement. Endow members of parliament with discernment and vision, integrity and courage, that through the labors of this youth parliament, the interests and wishes of the members may be well and truly served, and thy purposes for the common human life be realized in our midst. Oh God, grant us a vision of our youth parliament, fair as it might be, a fraternity of righteousness, where none shall wrong his neighbor, a fraternity of plenty, where evil and poverty shall be done away with, a fraternity of brotherhood, where all success shall be founded on service, and honor shall be given to the deserving, a fraternity of peace, where the youth parliament shall rest on the will of its members and the law for the common good. Bless the effort of those who struggle to make this vision a living reality. Inspire and strengthen our people that they may give time, thought, and sacrifice to speed the day of the coming beauty of Youth Impact Parliament Ghana. Amen. Honorable members, you may resume your seats. Honorable members, we are far behind time, so let's make everything brief and very short. So let's proceed with the introduction of youth MPs. When you stand up, you mention your name, your constituency, and if you are holding any position, you mention it as long. Or if you are in any committee, you also mention that. So we start from the minority side. Honorable member, please may proceed.
Thank you very much. My name is Nelly Champon, and I am the Deputy Clerk, Publicity.
Yeah.
My name is Dabujo Kakiaivi, and I am the Assistant Clerk, Public Relations.
Yeah.
Thank you, Right Honorable Speaker. I am Wilhelmina Iravna Ohinewa Oguti, and I am the Acting Assistant Clerk, Accounts.
Yeah. Members, let your yeah be heard. We are calling.
Thank you very much, Mr. Speaker. My name is Elijah Yakunedu Odro. I'm the youth MP for Okiapim South Constituency. I'm a member of the Intelligence Committee and the Committee for National Security and Defense. Thank you.
Yeah.
My name is Jobolinda Son, an observer.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker in the House. I'm Roger Ayawizonve, Youth MP for Northton.
Yeah.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker in the House. My name is Kendall Elizabeth Mante, Youth MP for the Miabra Obom Constituency and a ranking member for Standing Orders Committee.
Yeah.
Thank you, Right Honorable. My name is Dion Cooper Finn. I'm the Deputy Clerk, Finance.
Yeah.
Thank you, Right Honorable Speaker. My name is Enoch Suduti, the Second Deputy Speaker and the Youth MP for Cedi Constituency.
Yeah.
Hi, thank you, Honorable Speaker.
I respond to Elisha Kim Kanya, Youth MP for Nyon constituency and also the organizing committee chair. Thank you.
Yeah. Thank you, Right Honorable Speaker. I go by the name Courage Daniel Asiedu, Youth MP, Akan constituency, and also the chairperson for Committee on Student Relations.
Yeah. Thank you, Mr. Speaker. The name is Believe Agoso, MP for Akim Cedi, and also a deputy whip. Yeah.
Thank you, Speaker House. My name is Brycello, Youth MP for Hall constituency, the only commercial city in Volta region, and also the minority chief. Thank you very much.
Yeah. Thank you very much, Right Honorable Speaker. I'm Hubert Agbahode, the Youth MP for Akachi North constituency and the minority leader of the House, and then the chairman for the Intelligence Committee. Thank you.
Yeah.
Honorable members, we quickly proceed to the majority side.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. My name is Elijah Kuto, MP for Okai Central.
Thank you, Honorable Speaker. My name is Jehovah Charles, an observer.
Thank you, Right Honorable Speaker. My name is Atima Kafui, MP for Ashaiman Constituency and also the ranking member for Entertainment Committee.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. My name is Julius Awagba, Youth MP for Abaku South constituency, and also ranking member for Election Monitoring Committee.
Yeah.
Thank you very much, Right Honorable Speaker. My name is Doche Samson, an observer.
Yeah.
Thank you, Honorable Speaker. My name is Abigail Zanei, an observer.
Yeah.
Thank you, Right Honorable Speaker. I'm Bright Goku, Youth MP for Tema West, member of the Business Committee, and the chairperson for the External Affairs Committee.
Yeah.
Thank you, Right Honorable Speaker. I go by the name Nyante Emmanuel, the Youth MP for Walewale North East.
Yeah.
Thank you, Right Honorable Speaker. My name is Madeline Ediaku Madelisa, Youth MP for Sabah constituency and the First Deputy Speaker.
Yeah.
Thank you, Right Honorable Speaker. My name is Harriet Senanu Abude, Youth MP for Ho Central and Chairperson for Special Budget Committee.
Yeah.
I thank you very much, Mr. Speaker, in the House. The name is Samson Sechuafia, Youth MP for Tamale South constituency, a member of the Privileged Committee, and then the chairperson for Committee on Human Rights. I thank you, Mr. Speaker.
Yeah.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. My name is Donovan Magbles, Youth MP for Southern constituency and the chairperson for Petitions Committee.
Yeah.
Thank you very much, Right Honorable Speaker in the Against House. My name is Xavier K. Apladi, Youth MP for Asin North, ranking member of Youth of Sports.
Yeah.
Thank you very much, Right Honorable Speaker. My name is Robert Fiaunu, MP for the lovely people of Krachi East constituency, a ranking member on the Education Committee, and then the chairperson on Judicial Affairs. Thank you.
Yeah. Honorable members, I when the majority side was introducing, they were introducing themselves. I saw some members coming in and joining the minority caucus. Which I would like them to introduce themselves so that the pledge will also proceed. Remove.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. I go by the name Tugwe Benedict Akekeli, an observer.
Yay!
Thank you, Mr. Honorable Speaker. I go by the name Mensa Edna, an observer.
Yay!
Thank you, Right Honorable Speaker in this guest house. I go by the name Ansado Grace, an observer.
Yay! Introduce yourself.
Thank you, Honorable Speaker. I go by the name Richmond Agbalabu and then Marshal for the Parliament. Thank you.
Yay! So we move to the table office.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. My name is Gloria Goslab, Deputy Clerk Operations.
Yay!
Thank you, Mr. Speaker in the House. I respond to Mary Tetega, Clerk to Parliament.
Yay! Honorable members, I would like to say I'm very happy that we have some observers in the house. And it will be prudent that they join the next parliament. So the observers in the house, please, if you have not filled your application forms, you can equally do the same and fill it so that you join the parliament. Your presence is warmly welcome. Thank you. As I said earlier, we are far behind time, so we want to move straight to the agenda of the day. That's the debate. Today's debate promises to be an interesting one. So I want to call on the minority leader to move. I know it's not normal. That's not how it is being done. But there is first time to everything. That's why I said the debate for today will be an interesting one. So on this juncture, I want to call on the minority leader to move the motion.
Thank you very much, Mr. Speaker. Mr. Speaker, I'm Hubert Agbahode, the minority leader. Mr. Speaker, today's debate is entitled, "The House believes that the failure of the Cedi is due to government mismanagement." So this debate is going to take the form where minority will be for the debate and then the majority will be against the debate. So against the motion, I repeat, the minority will be for the motion and then the majority will be against the motion. So I hereby move for the House to debate the motion. Thank you.
A seconder from the majority leader.
Thank you very much, Right Honorable Speaker. Robert Fiaonu is my name, MP for the Kratches constituency. So yeah, thank you very much for this motion for us to deliberate upon in this house. And I therefore believe my caucus is ready to debate against the motion. So I second the motion moved by the Honorable Minority Leader. Thank you.
The motion for today's debate has been moved and equally seconded. We now want to hear the opening statement from the minority leader.
Thank you very much, Mr. Speaker, for the opportunity. Mr. Speaker, this debate actually is a sensitive debate and an interesting one, of course.
So I'm actually urging the majority side, let's all come together and debate, have these debates mano a mano. Let's debate it with facts and figures, without propaganda and then no emotions attached to it. Mr. Speaker, as today's motion said, what the mismanagement, the failure of the city is due to what? Government's mismanagement of what? Our funds, our taxes. Mr. Speaker, one key point that I would like to what? State is what? The excessive borrowing and what? Debt accumulation also accounts for what? One of the major factors of what? The cedi depreciation in Ghana. Mr. Speaker, we cannot attest to the fact that this government came to power on the basis of what? One of the basis they came to power is what? The previous government is what? Borrowing excessively to the extent that an honorable member said, if it's about what? Borrowing, even the 16 years old what? Child can go and borrow and what? Rule this country. We are a proud nation. We will not go to the IMF. Here we are today. What are we saying? Are we still a proud nation? These are questions that I think we don't have answers to. Mr. Speaker, we are accumulating our debt. First in history. We have what? Which is what? The domestic debt exchange and what? Our what? Foreign debts, which were what? We are what? Kind of what? Structuring, which has never happened before. Mr. Speaker, we have accumulated our debt to the extent that we have to beg what? Both our domestic, but people we are what? Owing and what? The external debts. We have to beg them to what? Restructure what? Our debt that what? In terms that we can even pay. Mr. Speaker, isn't it what appalling? Let me put this one. In 2022, a World Bank report noted that what? Ghana's public debt what? Reach what? 80% of what? Our GDP, which is what? The domestic, our gross domestic what? Product. Mr. Speaker, 80%, not even half of it, 80%. So if our debt is what? Up to what? 80%, just imagine the 20%. What can we use the rest of the 20% for? Mr. Speaker, 80% is what? Very significant. That's what? The rest of the 20% cannot use for any what? Developmental projects, which what? Put pressure on what? The city. Because what? We have what? Little to what? To undertake our various projects. Mr. Speaker, another key note, which what? Cause what? The depreciation of what? The city is what? The fiscal indiscipline and what? Excessive spending. Mr. Speaker, during the COVID time, we could all attest to the fact that this current what? Government had a lot of what? Resources, a lot of what? Money from what? IMF, which can what? Cushion them during the entire period of what? The COVID. But what do we see? We notice that even regional ministers, they are sharing, this government is sharing what? Money to regional ministers, that they are even coming boldly that what? I had this amount of money. This person is what? I had this amount of money. Is that the actual what? Need for the money? Is that where the money is supposed to go? These are some of the reasons why what? We are here today. A city which was what? 3 cities, almost 4 cities in 2016. As we speak now, where are we now? Almost 16 cities hitting. I'm sure it will even hit the 20s before this year ends or before they will even hand over. Mr. Speaker, fiscal indiscipline. When a budget is presented to what? Parliament, we could see that what
the money is being used, or what the money is being budgeted for. The exact thing will not be catered for, rather diverting the money into different sectors of the economy, or even landing in the pockets of these ministers, government appointees, and the likes, and their cronies. Mr. Speaker, one key point that we are standing on, and saying the mismanagement of our city or the government. The mismanagement is due to the failure of the city is due to the mismanagement of this country. It's our weak institutional capacity and corruption. Mr. Speaker, institutional responsibility for managing the economy, such as the central bank and the Ministry of Finance, have often weakened by political interference and lack of technical capacity. Mr. Speaker, when you go to the central bank, which is the Bank of Ghana, where all our money are supposed to be lodged, we could all attest to the fact that first in history, this particular governments have made a loss of up to 60 billion Ghanaian cedis by the Bank of Ghana, which has never happened before. And we are calling ourselves a proud nation, and we are saying that we have the men. Mr. Speaker, I believe that if we have the qualified staff, not only thinking about political gains, because I'm in power, so I have to put my people in such position that they can beat for whatever that I'm doing, or to just favor them. You put them at where they are not supposed to belong. Look at our snitch hotels that they want to sell recently, and because of our amiable Okujetu Ablakwa have to stop, have to raise demonstration, and the media, everybody have to come together with him. Mr. Speaker, this particular hotels, I'm speaking because of people, they are not putting the exact people that are supposed to be there. The corruption, and then the political influence. If we allow these hotels or these institutions to appoint, or we allow the public service board to appoint or vet these individuals that are qualified for these such positions, I don't think you'll be having an issue of hotels not making profits and the likes, because these institutions are politically corrupt. They're always there to make bid for the government in power, and which account for such depreciation and the mismanagement of the entire economy. Mr. Speaker, let me make one reference to a report. Mr. Speaker, a lot of things are happening in this country for which we as Ghanaians are supposed to stand firm and put things in order. If it's all about political gains and because of parties in power, you have to bid for such party, then Mr. Speaker, I beg to differ. Look at what currently is happening at the north, the Palugu multi-purpose dam, where an amount of 12 million 12 million dollars, about 12 million dollars have been spent on the Palugu multi-purpose dam, for which nothing, absolutely nothing, where we saw that Joy News and TB3 have gone to the field, and also even the blocks that have been molded for the construction to kickstart have been sold out. The 12 million cannot be accounted for. The likes of Skytrain, where a huge amount of money has been spent on the Skytrain. Where is it now? Do you have it in Ghana? No. those monies all have landed in what? Somebody's own pocket. Mr. Speaker, one thing that happened in Kenya recently, where what? The citizens, the discerning citizens of Kenya demonstrated heavily, for which there was what? A lot of mayhem. Can we see the same thing in Ghana happening in Ghana? I don't think so. It does not mean the same thing is not happening here. The economic situations back in what? Kenya is even better, far better than what we are witnessing in Ghana here. But what? It seems the citizens, we are what? I don't know whether we are scared of what? Holding our leaders to their feet. Mr. Speaker, when you look at what? The GDP for what? Kenya, as at 2024, Mr. Speaker, the GDP for what? Kenya is what? 104 billion United States dollars, as compared to Ghana's what? GDP, which what? Stood at 75.24 billion United States dollar. Kenya, if you look at what? Where we started from, Ghana started from the likes of Singapore. Where even if you go to Singapore, the least kid, if you want to transact business, have to what? Say, okay, since the country is what? Developing, I would like to what? Pay through Momo, because when you pay through Momo, government will what? Get tax. Can same thing happen in Ghana, where I'll go freely that let me pay through Momo because I know my country is going to what? Take what? Tax from it, Mr. Speaker. Overpayments. Recently, the Auditor General's report, recently, where we saw what? Government what? Making an overpayment on what? The Auditors General report on what? Notes on what? Significant financial practices 2023. When you look at what? The total overpayment. In conclusion, when you look at what the total overpayment for what? 2023 on what? The Auditors General report on notes on significant financial practices, overpayments alone stood at 2,321,042 Ghanaian cedis, 5 pesos, to only caterers, which is what? This school feeding what? Caterers. Look at this huge amount, which is what? Overpayment. And government is not able to what? Get that money back, because these caterers are their own party people. So they cannot follow them and what? Take their money. Another one is what? From the report. In conclusion, Mr. Speaker, Mr. Speaker, another one from the report is what? Wrongful payments totaling what? 274,235 cedis. 29% is what? Non-contractual what? Caterers. Just this wrongful payment, that what? You've not contracted somebody and you've made what? A wrongful what? Payment to that person alone, and it's totally, and the government is unable to what? Recoup this money back to what? The coffers. Mr. Speaker, the final one, what is what? A staggering what? Amount of what? 831,776,000 from the sale of caterer application form cannot be what? Accounted for. We don't know where the money has passed to. Mr. Speaker, based on this mismanagement, so you adding all this from the likes of the Palubu multipurpose dam, the Sky Train, all the COVID fund, and what? This overpayment, wrongful payment, and what? The sale of this caterers form. You just sum, these are just few of them. You sum what? This all up and see what? If it cannot what? Build what? A good, this one district, one factory that they want to what? Undertake, which what? It's a good policy. Can't you see that what? It can what? Build a better factory that can what? Employ what? A lot of Ghanaians. Mr. Speaker, these are some of our points that we are standing on and say what? The mismanagement of this what? Country is enough, and government what? Must be up in doing. And if we citizens
sit to watch governments do their own thing, Mr. Speaker, we as future leaders of this country, I don't think we have a future. Our future is being depleted by what? This party what? People. And we have to stand firm. I thank you.
That's a very long and lengthy opening statement. Let's hear from the majority leader too.
Thank you very much, Right Honorable Speaker in the House. My name is Robert Fiaonu, the acting majority leader for today. Actually, I'm surprised, I'm astonished that the opening statement of the minority leader has taken all the time, and all that he is driving us to, we can't actually grab anything from all that he's saying. And Right Honorable Speaker, talking about sale of Snit Hotel, what does that got to do with fluctuation of cities? Right Honorable Speaker, we should get the motion clear and debate on the motion. We shouldn't just be taken away with youth exuberance and decided to say things that we are not supposed to say. Right, Honorable Speaker. Now let me go to the motion. CD depreciation or CD fluctuation is a holistic thing which an individual cannot be blamed for that. Even if an individual will be blamed for CD fluctuation or CD depreciation, it should be even we the individuals, because at the end of the day, we are the one who make the decision by placing the government of the day there. So if our decision is wrong, or if something is wrong, it comes down to the people who make that decision. Right, Honorable Speaker, I would like to highlight on some few things that I think are the cause of what? The CD fluctuation. Lack of good policy responses from individuals in the country. That is what is causing the harm to the CD. We talk about inflation expectation. We talk about speculative behavior of individuals. We talk about that is hoarding of the foreign currency. People hoard the currency and they are not demanding, individuals demanding for foreign currency to the extent that all the time, even when you are wearing a shoe that is not made from China, then they say you are not the man of the day or you are not the lady of the day. Right, Honorable Speaker, like I said earlier, CD fluctuation or CD depreciation is a holistic something which the government alone do not have that sole advantage over it. So this thing is caused by what? Global economic challenge. It's a global something. So an individual cannot be blamed for it. Policy stability. Our policies are not stable. Government go, government come. How can we have a stable CD? We are talking about foreign exchange reserve. We are talking about large or long-term development. These are the causes of the CD fluctuation. So my honorable member talking, making a lot of, I don't know what actually he is letting the house to know, because in fact I cannot pick anything from all the stories, all the scenarios he is making. Right, Honorable Speaker, I want to talk on 4 things that this current government has done, which if there will be a good responses from individuals in this country, our CD would have been solemn and solemn. Right, Honorable Speaker, the first thing that the government has done is what? Monetary policy intervention. This government has introduced a lot of monetary policy intervention, which if we the populace of this country are to do well to manage. You see, the government is not in the teachers association.
The government is not a Ministry of Agriculture. How many eyes is the government alone having to supervise all these places? It is individuals that are being placed there. So if things are going wrong, it is the individuals, not the government of the day. Second, foreign exchange market intervention. Then, enhance physical discipline. This government have ensured physical discipline. Look at the population. Look at the population. Let's compare the population as at now to then. So you can't say if there is a rise in something, you should be so much listening to that. Then the last one, promotion of export diversity. Now we are having share butter in UK. Now we are having a lot of our local goods being exported to what? To the foreign countries. Which if we the individuals of this country can be so much aware of this and take advantage of this, our city will come down drastically. Right now, boss speaker, I'm not the one going to debate on this motion. So I'll have to allow my caucus to also deliberate on it. So thank you. This is my opening statement.
That's a nice one. The heat in the house. I'm surely feeling it. So let me call on Honorable Kendall on the minority side. Feeling the heat in the house.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker in the House. My name is Kendall Elizabeth Mante, Youth MP for Domi Abra Obom constituency. I am really disappointed to hear these things coming from my very good friend, a co-debater, the majority leader of the House today. If you claim the individuals of the country or the citizens are not giving good response to policies and issues or concerns raised from government, then I would say you are not in Ghana. Where were you when the e-levy policy came and the whole of Ghana was agitating that it was not good because it was not going to be good for the city and not going to be good for our income, which is going to affect our GDP? Were you not a citizen of Ghana? After shouting and making our voice heard on social media and even in our small spaces, what did the government do? They decided that the e-levy was what was going to help them, and they shut their ears to what the people of Ghana was saying. So if you say we do not respond to issues that happen in terms of monetary value, then you have not been fair to yourself as a Ghanaian and to your caucus members as well, and to my caucus members here. Now, you said government does not have eyes to watch every corner in this country. What happened to the appointed members he placed over there? From the CEOs to the ministers to every individual the government appointed. I believe they should have been the government's eye over there. But no, I am sure he placed them there because they have an exchange that is going to happen. You know, you don't put your enemies to keep an eye on what you know you are going to steal from. You put those who are like-minded people like yourself to be there. Now, you mentioned issues on government camp policy. I don't think we are the only one running a democratic policy as a country. Countries like Nigeria and the likes also elect presidents who go in and out. Are their economies not doing well? Are they not better than us? Are you asking, or are you telling us that I know that you are shouting Nigeria, even Togo that you do not respect, has their SOFA now at 26. 26. Where are you, Ghana? The almighty Ghana that parades itself, going and coming that you are the best in West Africa. Even Togo has their SOFA at 26. Are you still shouting, or you keep quiet and listen to the wisdom coming from the minority side. When government goes and government comes, it is not about democracy, it is about the kind of leaders we put in place. Now, finally, I want to conclude with the last point of you talking about share butter being exported, cocoa being exported. Let me tell you something. The quantum of things you export is not enough to give you value. We are talking about minimum viable products. If we are able to export 10 pounds and we are just making 2 cedis, what is the essence of exporting? If you are exporting and government is taking all your profit as tax, what is the essence of exporting? How lucrative have you made the export for the youths and the people in the country? People have stopped because the taxes you would pay, the kind of bribery people want to collect at the port before they even help you to ship your items, have landed people and restricted people from engaging in export. So, Mr. Majority Leader, I am once again saying that as I'm speaking, Mr. Speaker, the majority leader is not listening. And you still come to the floor of parliament and speak gibberish because he is not listening to the wisdom, the free wisdom coming from me. When he said free education. Free education is going on here and you are not listening. Mr. Speaker, thank you for allowing me to impact wisdom into the majority caucus.
Economics lecture.
Let's hear from the honorable member. Order.
Thank you, Right Honorable Speaker. My name is Bright Manyagaguku, Youth MP for Tema West. Now, the concept of the said motion should revolve around rational and pragmatic arguments. You get the arguments from minority side on two narratives. They speak based on debt and corruption. And when we are arguing matters of city appreciation and depreciation, we consider productivity. Now, when you get the arguments from minority side, to be precise, the minority leader, he comes to argue debt. And I want to make him understand that even the country with the biggest economy in the global stage, with the best of policies, being the United States, have their debt at a $34.62 trillion dollars. Sorry, trillion dollars. And with corruption aspect, Imani.org is available for you to cross check. They have the stats. You can also go to Fox to also get the various figures on that. Mr. Speaker, they shouldn't be battering my speech. They shouldn't be battering my speech. So with that, you tend to realize that even Ghana's debt is far lower than what US is having. But then the argument becomes challenging when it's debt to GDP ratio. That's where the disparities is established. Now, the argument on productivity, as our majority leader said, is due to a global economic crisis. Now, get this narrative. Before the said government came into office, the cedi was at a 4 point something Ghana cedis as against the dollar. As at the early start of 2019, the cedi was now at a 4.8 Ghana cedis, meaning that the cedi against the dollar had appreciated by a lesser margin within the 4 years period of the said government. As at the ending of 2019, that was the December period, then the cedi started depreciating steadily, and it moved to a 5.87 as against the US dollar. That was the era COVID setting. Now, not the productivity I'm going to give to you in the said debate. Now, Ghana has major commodities it exports: oil, cocoa, and gold. These are the three major commodities Ghana exports. In the midst of the global economic crisis, the value for all these commodities drastically reduced globally. It wasn't a government initiative, meaning that Ghana could even export more during that period, but because of the lesser value of our commodities, we're still going to run at what? A huge loss. There were general sanctions in the global market, We saw US closing its borders to so many commodities. We saw the likes of China. We saw the likes of Europe. These are the Casian countries. These are the major countries that see Ghana as a bigger market, are better trading partners. Now, because of the global economic crisis, they are giving us huge sanctions. Government is not a magician. Government deals with fiscal policies and obeys international monetary and marketing laws. And government was at a challenge and a disadvantage as at that period. The speaker, note this thing in my argument today. Government has put in place drastic steps to achieve or stabilize the city. She made mention of the e-levy being a very bad and porous initiative by all, but then get the argument from a majority leader. The target set by government for the e-levy wasn't achieved because of the scrupulous nature of Ghanaians. Ghanaians were finding different means to transact their businesses. The leader of from the minority side comes to mention the argument of Singapore and makes us understand that Singaporeans even see the need to help their government, saying they do transactions via Momo so that taxes will reach their government. Here is the instance of we living in Ghana, where citizens were trying to play smart on the said government and evading a lot of incentives. A lot of tax incentives were also made available during this government sector. But then he wasn't able to achieve every target that was set. From the COVID levy, targets were not achieved. From the e-levy, targets were not achieved. Our debt restructuring program was highly flawed because they were the attitude of Ghanaians. This government came to make a perfect advice to the said Ghanaians, made us understand that the international market deals with the confidence of the economy and your businesses. We heard clearly the government pleading to Ghanaians to tone down on their narratives when it comes to how we are going to perform as Ghanaians. We had Ghanaian businesses, we had Ghanaian entrepreneurs constantly downplaying the intelligence and the magnitude of the said city. You don't get all these narratives from the like of Cote d'Ivoire and Togo when it comes to the CFA. You don't get this narrative. But then we have Ghanaians that constantly downplay the foreign exchange rate of the city. Hence, government has to come in and advise us to the patriotic citizens and tone down on what we post and what we say regarding the city. Ghanaians have been city. The government hasn't been so city. The entire depreciation and the economic ditch we have found ourselves in currently is due to global shocks. I have given you the facts, pre-COVID and post-COVID, and you see that this government actually has a better record when it comes to the stabilization of the city. For 4 straight years, your city against the dollar only depreciated by 0 point something percent. And we have dear governments that they are come to preach about, which is the opposition. For 4 straight years or 8 straight years, the city rose from a one city in the before era to a four city, giving a perfect example of the growth difference and disparities that you achieve in both worlds. But for a government that lived for 4 years without any global crisis, but then maintain the steadiness of the city, I believe we should give him his flowers for the correct management of the city. Hence, every argument.
Honorable belief.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. The name is Belief Agoso. I want to thank my minority leader. He has done a job for us because he's a professional accountant. Even for what my immediate how they call it honorable was saying that I'm not confused. That we are not helping so government, we are passing lugu to dot taxes. If I know that the tax you are taking from me is going to use judiciously, I will not dodge it. If my taxes are lying in somebody's bedroom, the post account, you want me go to dodge, I'm sorry for you. You don't forget. And also, they are forgetting something. You see, when we talk about fiscal policy, we are talking about government expenditure and taxation. Again, if the policy of the leader or the ruling party or the government are not being set right, then nothing can be done. When you even check unemployment rates, from the previous government to this government, there's a huge increment or increase. Let me use that with the increment figures. So if we are here today, we are talking about export and things. See, as my honorable member was saying, it is true. We can export more, but the people's uh, commission that is in it is very high. So we export more, but what comes to us is penny. So how would that affect our account? It will not affect it. I don't want to talk much. I just want to let you know that for the tax paying, why Ghanaians are dodging it is because they realize that people are not using it judiciously. We were taking toll booths in Ghana. We are not taking 11. We are taking toll booths in Ghana. And government will use its own money to build a road, construct a road for you to make money on it. And we are saying that it should be free. Who does that? The whole kind of set of economics are you practicing? Because when you use your money to do something, there must be a return. How can you use your money to construct a road and you are leaving it? Rather, you are chasing something that's not realistic. What is realistic is giving plenty more. Just imagine on this Tema road, Akosombo road, number of cars that pass there in a day. Calculate that money alone. People lost their job by collapsing that side, and the money was used to construct the toll booth itself. It's in a bush. So, if I am a citizen, you are throwing the money away. What should I give you more money? Thank you, Mr. Speaker.
From Honorable
You can't talk. You can't talk. Majority that come.
Honorable Advance.
Thank you very much, Right Honorable Speaker, for the opportunity granted me. Thank you very much, Honorable Speaker, for the opportunity granted me. My name is Doche Samson, an observer.
Honorable, please come forward. Educate them.
Once again, my name is Doche Samson, an observer. I'm very happy. Today is the fourth
Point of order. President.
Thank you very much, Mr. Speaker. My name is Believe Agoso, MP for Akisodu. And for the purposes of this house, observer cannot make a stand unless by the constitution of the house. But observer is not allowed to. It's an observer by the name of observer unless maybe the both house agreed so that it can be fair. But with our practices, observer cannot make it. Thank you very much.
Understanding on you want to bring down the fire in the debate because it's not favoring them.
Honorable member. Rules are rules.
Yes,
Honorable members.
I know it is a rule. Now, it should be.
Okay, so let's hear from Honorable Savior.
You pass the information. Thank you. Right, Honorable.
Honorable Nixon, please what's your point of order? Honorable Nixon, what's your point of order?
Thank you, Speaker in the House. Mr. Marcelo. Yeah, he's needed before the House.
It's naked.
Yes.
Please, in what sense? Honorable member. Honorable member.
Hey, go out again, dress and come. Go out again, dress. Go and dress and come.
My is a turn of the minorities, majority side. Honorable Bless. Honorable Bless. Honorable members, please before I proceed, please it will be very prudent for us to give the opportunity for the observers in the house to make their point too. Yes. No, I'm suggest like I said suggestion. I can't impose it on you. No, so honorable member, please on your caucus, you also have observers on your caucus. I believe they also have something to say. Yes, we are all learning, so let's give them the opportunity to.
Let's just accept it.
Order, one at a time. Of course. It's on the floor, please.
Honorable Speaker, Robert Young, the acting majority leader of the House.
Order.
I want to say that, yes, we respect the rules and regulations in this House. The standing orders are solid. Are we getting it? But, Honorable Speaker, for we to be a little bit accommodating and welcoming, I think we should let our observers also contribute to the matter. I believe that's why I said I know the standing orders are still standing, but for we to be welcoming, for we to be warm, let's warm them by giving them the privilege.
Follow up from honorable belief.
What do you have?
Okay. Thank you very much, Right Honourable Speaker. The name is Belief once again, an MP for Akim Cedi. I arranged to put him in order because the right things must be done.
He said a point of order. You gave me
no, you mean the initial one. I put it on because the right thing must be done. But as there were this thing, the rules have been relaxed.
Yes,
so, but I was bringing it for you to know because he can't come and talk to us without following the rights, how do you call it? The standing orders. So, if the both leaders of the house who agree, his points also it could be valid to us. So he can also come on board. Then we talk.
And I will make sense.
Thank you, Speaker of the House. My name is Selon. Sit well. Thank you very much. The Speaker, my minority leader shouldn't create the impression as if
Honorable please, honorable members, I want to bring to your notice that even the maize has been it's not standing straight. So it means the rules of the house has been relaxed. So
the Speaker, no.
you have not been called. I've not called you. Honorable say resume your seat. Let me hear from honorable.
Mr. Speaker, please, flexibility means change. Just because it is flexible does not mean it is compulsory. Now, we were all at Parliament the other day. They didn't say that because we are youth parliamentarians and we have to learn from them and we are here to observe, we should compulsorily speak. So just because they are here to learn and to watch does not mean hook or crook they have to speak. So if majority wants us to support them with members or to support them by allowing their observers to speak, just to give them more numbers, then they should please tell us in that manner. But they shouldn't pass through corners and forests and green grass to talk. Thank you.
Order. Order. Honorable members, it looks like you are deviating from the debate. Yes, we are deviating from the debate. Honorable member, are you putting me to order? I'm on the floor. So you can't put me to order. It's okay. All interventional sciences, I'm on the floor. Let me finish speaking. So as I'm saying, we are deviating from the debate. So I think let's proceed. Majority and minority leader. You are the leader of the house. Are you in consensus that they can speak? Order. I don't have too many years. Order. So let's proceed. Order. The house has already come into consensus. Order. Honorable members. Honorable members, order. Let's proceed with the debate. All interventional sciences. So it was the turn of the majority side to speak before we all deviated. So the majority side. Honorable member, if you are not in agreement, keep quiet when it gets to the third time. Did I call you honorable member? This is my house. You can't show me how to deal with my house. Honorable Savior, please proceed.
Excellent. Thank you, right honorable speaker and the August House. I go by the name Savior K. Aplade, Youth MP for Asin North, and a ranking member for sports. Mr. Speaker, my honorable member made mention of in his submission, he made mention of the toll booths being shut down or being cleared off. Mr. Speaker, this current government is a government of all inclusive, a government who states every individual should enjoy the national cake. Every government should enjoy the national cake. Every individual should enjoy the national cake. So talking of the toll booths, instead they use money in construction of roads, which needs to be generated back. The money used is for the individuals, and when individuals are being allowed to use it free, how does that affect the economy? Let's proceed to the business of the day. No. Your own wasn't business of the day. Now, if you're talking of what is the worship before that? Now we're talking of what? Mismanagement. Sit. Oh.
Honorable members, order. What is the point of order? Yes. It was on a point of order.
Thank you very much, Mr. Speaker. Mr. Speaker, this is a house of order. And then, like we are all seeing, our
Please introduce yourself.
all right. Thank you very much, Mr. Speaker. My name is Elijah Akunedu Odro, the Youth MP for Equiapim South. This is a house of order. And as we can all see, our proceedings now, today, is being telecasted live. For an honorable member as esteemed as the honorable from the unfortunate caucuses, as we can see him, you can't stand and as you are speaking, be asking us of what is the motion for the day. And to look like I am talking because the integrity of our parliament is at stake. Whatever we are doing now is being telecasted live. Even after today and years after today, people would still go on Facebook and watch.
Honorable member, conclusion.
So we should. I want to conclude that if he knows he is not prepared, because he doesn't even look prepared. Currently, as he's even speaking, he is naked. He is completely out of order and naked to even speak in the house. So if he knows that to support his nakedness, he doesn't also have what to say, he should excuse us so that we can have other people
Honorable members.
talk to us. Thank you very
Honorable
much,
members.
Speaker.
Honorable members, I think the point of orders is too much in the house. Honorable members, this point of order, I believe the honorable member is answering a rhetorical question. This is my house. You can't tell me how to run my house. Honorable member, please proceed. Please proceed. Honorable majority leader, resume your seat. Honorable majority, please resume your seat. Please resume your seat. How can you say unfortunate couple? Honorable Savior, please proceed. Honorable Savior, please proceed.
Okay, thank you. Right Honorable Speaker and the Highest House. Cedi depreciation.
Order.
Stop the order. We have external stocks. External stocks such as the COVID-19. The COVID-19 The COVID-19 is a global pandemic that has affected almost every economy in this world. Even the US economy was affected by the COVID-19. Was affected by the COVID. Mr. Speaker, this government, I can say boldly that this government has performed even far better than any of the administration that has ever ruled this country. Mr. Speaker, we talk of development.
Honorable member, please, what's your point of order?
In terms of
Savior, please hold. What's your point of order? Please proceed. Please proceed.
this government, is the first government ever in the history of policies to introduce what? Free SHS. Which every individual of this country has benefited from. And we are still enjoying it. Historically, if you take it back, the enrollment of free SHS has sent millions of people to school now. They are learning. Additionally, this government
In terms of road construction, in terms of road construction, this government performed extremely well, which you are seeing now. So if you are talking of borrowing, the money that has been borrowed has been used judiciously, and you can see it. Wherever you go, you can see the borrowing money, what it has been used for. In conclusion, this government has performed far better. Thank you.
Honorable members, please, I believe that we should have equal respect for everyone in the house, in respect to whoever is talking. Please, let's have a constructive debate. Let's all keep quiet and learn. Honorable Vixen, please, you have the floor.
Thank you, Speaker. My name is Vixen Barcelom, Youth MP for Hall Constituency, city with commercial capital in Volta, Mr. Speaker. Therefore, you were condoning wrongdoing when Honorable Kende said he is using his left hand to point at us. That's infanta on your side as well. And then, Mr. Speaker, I think before I proceed, we have to open a debate club so that some of our friends in the majority, even though they are watching on top of their phone, but still they can't make their point suddenly. Mr. Speaker, I want to urge my colleagues at the other side that they should accept responsibility because they plant out into this mess. Maybe I should remind them they don't understand the motion before the house. How mismanagement has caused the city to depreciate. When Honorable, I don't know his name, stood up and was making that point. Honorable Bright. He said how mismanagement has contributed to the depreciation of the city. Go back and then read what's on the paper. Mr. Speaker, the city was trading as at 2016, that is 3 cedi 80% to $1. But to now, it's trading to 14 cedis 95% per dollar. How is that reasonable? Mr. Speaker, you may mention about the COVID-19 fund that Ghana has accrued from the world. We got $1 million US. We were being told that the money has been dispersed faithfully, but we also know that monies from the COVID-19 has been dispersed to their party apparatchiks. Some people on the record to have said that. Mr. Speaker, he also made mention of our foreign reserve. As we speak now, Ghana's foreign reserve has been depleted. All the cocoa export, everything that we export, if like go and check, that's how come our city has been depleted. Mr. Speaker, and again, in this country, we know of some people holding an amount of money, a chunk of the money in their house that has been changed into dollars. Because if you don't know, if you are in Ghana and you convert your cedis into dollars, if you are not aware that also contributes the gene of the cedis today, I'm telling you, because most of your government appointees convert their cedis into dollars. Because, like I said, as at 2016, the dollar was trading from 3 cedi to a dollar. But it will take common sense for us as a government, because as a government, we have been targeting on this for you that cut off your expenditure, but to be is your moto. So size of government, and you could see people moving with opulence. I don't know whether you understand the meaning of opulence. No, you see, if you have a modicum of iota in you, because you have been voted to government to solve the problem. So you have to sit down and admit the fact that you have failed abysmally. Because even the point that your leader was making, I'm not so sure that, well, I don't fault him because he is an agriculturist. He's not an economist, so I will not pardon him for too much on that. But thank you very much. So, Mr. Speaker, this debate, they have to just accept the fact that they have failed as well. The excessive printing of money from the Bank of Ghana also contributed to the deficiency of the cedis as well.
We told you that we made mention about e-levy, and you made mention that because of the unscrupulous nature of Ghanaians. You see, that's an insult to the sensibility of Ghanaians as well. Because we told you, because if our tax are being used for property, I'm not sure that anybody will evade tax paying, but you pay tax and someone has hoarded it in his or her room. But we don't find any reason for paying tax again. Please, if you go to other jurisdictions as well, tax are being used to develop their nation. But it's as if we have a chunk of people who comes to rig the nation, because we were being told that you have arrested the dollar and you imprison and you give the key to the IGP. But now we are being told that the dollar has broke jail. Right? Two of us. You can't say anything because, in conclusion, allow me to finish. So, Mr. Speaker, it's not about you shouting on top of your voice, and people cannot even make their points even as they stand to organize their thoughts. But I'm just telling you that these are some of the things that has contributed to the decision of the cities. Thank you very much.
Let's hear from Honorable Elijah.
My name is Elijah Akoto, MP for Okayi Central.
Order.
Please, the reason for the depreciation is that Seka Mpedede, but we Ghanaians, we like talking too much concerning the money. So because of the shouting, talking too much, it makes the depreciation continue to increase. So if only we can keep quiet small and manage our own economy, I think that Cedi will also increase. Thank you.
Honorable members, please, it's prudent to continue hearing from the majority side. Honorable member, honorable member, honorable member. By the power vested in me as the speaker. Yes. Honorable Vice, let's hear from you. Let's hear from you.
They need to be quiet.
Honorable Bright, let's hear from you.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker.
Order. Honorable Bright, please
Thank you, Right Honorable Speaker. My name is
remember you're addressing me.
Yes, my name is Bright Maunyega Boku. And with the argument, my honorable member,
Honorable Vixen.
This is the follow-up.
Honorable Vixen. You are in my chamber. Follow my rules. You are in my chamber. Follow my rules. Honorable Bright, please proceed.
Please, Mr. Speaker, if he is going to disrupt my speech, then he should be excused from the house so that I can make my submission. Because the speaker presides over the session.
Order. Honorable Vixen, have I come to your purpose and I allow only one person to speak? Honorable member. When your caucus member speaks less than 1 minute, I'll give the opportunity to the next person. Honorable Bright, please proceed. Honorable Bright, please proceed.
Thank you, Right Honorable Speaker. May you continue to grow in your wisdom.
Amen.
Because your decisions are precise and unbiased and won't give room for any member to disrespect your authority in the house. If they continue, they should be excused from the house. But then you are being lenient on them, and I feel that's because of your wisdom for proceedings to go smoothly. Now, with the aspect my learned colleague gives here, he makes us understand that the world as a global stage for business monitors every environment that exists in status quo. Meaning that for a business enterprise to invest in Ghana, for us to have major people buying into our bonds, which can help stabilize our city, they need to have that confidence in our currency. We have constantly or recently seen a back and forth international arbitration battle between ENI and GMPC. This whole field has been fueled by the constant downplay of the city and inappropriate attitudes of certain Ghanaians in status quo. That is what we are trying to preach here. And then, Mr. Speaker, the concept of the said motion is clearly missed by minority side. The motion is making it precise that the depreciation of the city is due to mismanagement, meaning that there's a sole responsibility placed on mismanagement, meaning that aspects of corruption, aspects of fiscal policies enacted don't play a role. We are basing our whole depreciation on mismanagement. That's the center of the said motion. This is basic, simple grammar. If it's going to be a challenge, the Oxford and the other ones are available for them to do their research. The speaker, the argument we from majority side are making is that let's cut the government some slack. Pre-COVID that we are arguing over here is an era where there was a general neutral business ground for all countries to trade. Post-COVID, post-Russia-Ukraine war has had a great impact. Mr. Speaker, we can constantly see that because of the Russia-Ukraine war, even Britain with a better currency, Britain with a well-performing economy has seen their prime minister being changed 3 times. The speaker, 3 times. We have seen the Theresa Mays flowing to the Boris Johnsons, flowing to the Rashid, and now we are at Kier. This is even Britain that has a system to cross-check every level of corruption that exists in status quo. And even with them, their citizens are not buying in the idea of fiscal policies because there's a global challenge. They are struggling. We still can't downplay the fact that Ukraine generates a lot of cereals. We still can't downplay that the level of gas and oil that exists in status quo is achieved through Russia. We still can't downplay the intelligence that Russia holds a major interest and impact when it comes to what? International trade. All these elements have been misplaced. COVID has made economic and business transaction on the global stage a big mess and poor. Togo, 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 Togo has been hit by the current economic mess. But then, the reason I'm giving over here is that the major commodity exports in Togo differs from that of Ghana. And I've made you understand that the pre-COVID era, the Russia-Ukraine war has had a huge impact on the major commodities we export as Ghana. Togo doesn't export oil. Togo doesn't export huge amounts of cocoa. Togo doesn't deal in gold transaction. In conclusion, Ghana is challenged when it comes to all these commodities. That is why the impact is more. Togo deals on basic amenities, key things, tomatoes and the rest. Those can be exported at availability. The trans-African trade is even making it easier. But in the African states, which countries patronize gold more? You have that less level of advantage when it comes to the African trade. It's mostly the Europeans. When it comes to barrels of oil, is it Togo that will buy more? Is it South Africa that will buy more? Or is Sao Tome? It's definitely the Francis and the US. So Ghana is disadvantaged based on the magnitude of the commodities we export. That is what they need to understand. Pre-COVID didn't make government disadvantaged because the economic market was so cool to thrive. Post-COVID has made it challenging. Russia-Ukraine war has equally made it challenging. But even amidst this, the speaker, amidst this, we have seen that in the year 2022, the city appreciated by a certain margin and depreciated. There has been an upward and downward of the city, but then the focus they are getting is solely on the depreciation. They should also attest to the fact that the city has appreciated even amidst all these turmoils. And even with the mismanagement they are mentioning, key stakeholders, business enterprises, forex markings have said that Ghana is one of the best performing countries when it comes to COVID management and how we place our measures. So he can't argue mismanagement over it. If they want reference, the internet is available. I shouldn't be here giving you Googles and links. The speaker, I'm stating again that let's drop all emotions in the said argument. Let's base our argument on rational thinking and be pragmatic. Politics shouldn't play a role here. Let's just be pragmatic and rational in the said arguments. Thank you.
Yes. Honorable members, let's move to the minority side. Honorable Courage have not spoken today, so let's give him the opportunity to speak. And Honorable Courage, I want to tell you, when you speak less than 1 minute, I'll also give the opportunity for someone to continue. You may proceed.
Don't worry, don't worry. All right. Thank you, Right Honorable Speaker in the House. I am Courage Daniel Asiedu, Youth MP, Akan Constituency, also the chairperson for Committee on Student Relations, and also I'm the head coach of Holy FC, which is not needed here, but I will have to start. Right Honorable Speaker, I can see.
Correction. There's a point of correction.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker in the House. My name is Kendall Elizabeth Mante, Youth MP for Domi Abra Obom Constituency. Before you gave the majority caucus the opportunity to have more than one person speaking, there was no rules and regulations. I don't know why you are now telling my honorable member here that it is only when he has spoken beneath 1 minute that you will give us an opportunity. You didn't tell them that from the beginning. So please, if you have given them double chances, we also deserve our double chance. Thank you.
Honorable member. Honorable members. Honorable members. Honorable members. Honorable members.
Right Honorable Speaker,
Honorable member, I would like to order. Order. Honorable members, me seated here is not to be one-sided. I have to be fair. So, honorable member, please watch how you speak to me. Honorable members, it will be fair if I also give them the drops so that we proceed on the right trajectory. So that we will not going to be interjecting. It will be fair if they also speak twice. So, honorable member, please.
Yeah, thank you, Right Honorable Speaker. Mr. Speaker, Mr. Speaker, the majority. Mr. Speaker.
Honorable member. Honorable majority leader. Order. Honorable majority leader. Please, I want you to retract what you said. Exactly. Please, I want you to retract what you said. Please don't give justification. Yes, retract.
I will not justify. All because I'm being misunderstood. So, I'm moving ahead.
Please retract and let's proceed.
Thank you very much. My name is Robert Shawn. I retract what I've just said.
Thank you very much. Honorable Courage, please proceed.
And I honorably apologize because I am a sensible human being. Thank you.
Order. Honorable members, as I'm here, I have my table office name. You didn't listen. Honorable member, please, as I said, let's be that. Don't add anything. Let's proceed. Order. Everybody should sit down. Everybody should resume their seat. Please resume your seat. Please resume your seat. Robert. Please. Order. Please, let's proceed. Order. All interventional sciences. Honorable Robert, please, I want you to retract what you said and apologize to the House wholeheartedly. You can leave my house if you don't want to abide by my rules. You can equally leave my house. Apologize. Honorable members, I'm a sensitive person. I took it as an insult too. Honorable members, I'm a sensible person. I took it as an insult too.
Honorable members, get seated. Honorable members, get seated. Honorable members. Honorable members. Honorable members. Honorable members. Nice. Honorable members. Honorable members, order. Because he said, of course. Honorable members, order. Exactly, we have no order. You are honorable members, order. Honorable members, honorable members, I'll start driving people out. I will start driving people. Order, please go for 2 minutes. Please go for 2 minutes. Go for 2 minutes. Honorable members, I believe you all have the standing orders.
Order 60.
I believe you all have the standing orders. I'm not the one supposed to be quoting standing orders for you to do the right thing.
On that.
Honorable members. Honorable members, I was just saying, I'm not the one that will read the standing orders for you people. You know, I believe everyone has a copy. I believe everyone has a copy. Honorable member, I'm not here to read standing orders for you. Honorable members, you should know. You should know what to do. As I was saying, Honorable Robert, please apologize to the House. Honorable Herbert, please apologize. Let's proceed. Please go straight to the point. Don't say anything that will bring the house back into disrepute. Please.
Right, Honorable Speaker.
I've not seen it, please. I've not seen it.
Robert Fiauru is my name. Right, Honorable Speaker. With all the respect I have for your office,
Honorable Madeline, 2 minutes.
with all the respect I have for your office, I think you should rather make your statement that I should explain what I said. No. Rather than asking me,
Honorable member,
I can't apologize for the truth. Nobody does that. You can't apologize for the truth. Rather ask me to explain or let me come again well with my words. Because please, it is not an insult. And nobody born on this earth will accept that as an insult.
honorable member, please, I want you to quote whatever you said.
Yes.
Vividly.
Yes.
Verbatim.
Yes.
Let's hear.
Thank you very much. Right, Honorable Speaker, I said I've retracted what I said and I've apologized because I am a sensible human being. Simple.
Please, what do you mean by that? You are a sensible human being.
The sensible human beings here means that I respect my position as a human being in the house, and I respect the house, and I respect your office. That is the meaning. That is the motive behind what I said. So if anyone is having any wrong motive again, then it is your own concern. Yes. Then you see, that is the motive behind what I said.
Honorable member.
Having any other motive,
Honorable member.
it's your own.
Honorable member.
Yes.
Please resume your seat.
Thank you.
Honorable member.
Thank you very much, Mr. Speaker. Mr. Speaker, first of all, I will say your moderation for today is having a question mark. Yes, because your moderation of the House, how you are moderating the House, as the Speaker that we are anticipating in the fourth Parliament, for which heated motions of the House will be coming up, you have to stand firm and then moderate the House well. I could realize that I could recollect we had Mr. Speaker.
Honorable members, please, someone is on the floor.
Mr. Speaker, I want to quote something that you earlier on said. Let's all listen and learn, quote and unquote. I want to tell my people that they should listen. They should pay vivid attention to whatever somebody is saying. They shouldn't just stand up and be ranting. I can quite remember that we had heated motions where the likes of what feeds the country. One of what the heated motions, but the speaker was able to moderate the house. But this motion, I don't think it should be something that should take a long while we are still here. Having this kind of what back and front. To my, in quotes or in inverted commas, the Honorable Robert, you ought to do the honorable thing by just simply, if you refuse to do the needful, we want you to officially write to the Hansa department
before we will take you as what an honorable member in addition to your entire purpose in this house today. That is what we the minority have decided on. If not, we will what? Take him to what? The appropriate committee and he will be dealt with. And we know that what? Our members are part of what? That committee. And we will what? We will agitate vividly, progressively, if he refuses to do the office, even when what? This parliament what dies. And he what? Continues to be a member of this house. That's what we the people of this caucus have decided on. Mr. Speaker, to continue with the motion for the day, to cut whether he will apologize when the opportunity is given to him or not. To continue with the motion for the debate.
Honorable Evans, before you continue, I think honorable courage was on floor. Yeah, honorable courage was on floor. Please, with this issue, it should have been lenient.
When he's having the mic the next time.
I'll be lenient. It looks like you want to control my house for me. Both sides. And as I said earlier, I'm not the one that will tell you to do the honorable thing. You should know. You should know the duties of the MP. You should know the ground rules for debate. Honorable members, please do the needful. As he said, I'll be lenient. When I start exercising my powers, you are the same people that will complain. Please, let's close docket on this issue. Please, I think, to me, he has apologized. And if you can't take it, please refer the issue to the privileges committee. Let's close docket on it. Let's close docket on it. Let's close the docket on it. Honorable members, please refer the issue to the privileges committee. All interventional sciences. All interventional sciences. Please, before you sign the form, you knew you accepted the terms and conditions. You were given standing orders and the constitution. Please, if you think something is not right, please follow the right procedures. You can't be here one issue, someone will say this, someone will bat and bring another issue. Another person will say something. If you are doing like that, we won't make progress. We'll never proceed. So please, let's close docket on that issue. Please.
He can live to fight. You will live to fight. It's setting wrong example to us.
Marshal, please bring the order in the house. Marshal, please make sure there's order in the house. Marshal, make sure there's order in the house.
Ibet, Ibet, Ibet. Honorable Ibet. And this is not the best practice. I want to say that you see for whatever we should make the most from the records of today's yes.
Don't say anything. No. Say what? Yes, I'm sorry. Don't add anything.
So you see, I'm sensible. You know that it's not who are the leader of the house. No, you are the leader. You are the leader. I am the leader, but I am the
Speaker, then Marshall Nelson. Marshall can go MP up and down. What was the member? It's just no. Marshall wants information that we can't be cutting them sitting down. I'll raise this. I'll raise this. I don't know.
Order, 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 order. Order, order, order. Honorable members, I want to remind you that this house is a highly respected house. Other parliaments look unto us. Honorable members, honorable members, honorable members, I'm not happy with the way you are conducting yourselves. Honorable members, I believe we are all here for a collective purpose. And I believe your respectful leaders has talked to you because we reach a consensus here. I believe your leaders have talked to you. So I want us to proceed. I want us to proceed. Let's all remove emotions and sentiments. If someone has wronged his or her, like the caucuses, please find a way to forgive each other. Even though there will be some apologies to be heard here today. And after that, after all the members have apologized, I want the leaders of the House to also apologize to the Speaker. Because what their caucus have done is not something that should go into our records. What kind of precedents are we setting for our next parliament? So, on this juncture, I want to pour water on the raising fire. I want to start from where the fire started. When you want to kill a problem or you want to find a solution, you should identify the problem first. The table office notified me that an honorable member from the minority caucus used a word that unfortunate caucus. That's what the table office has told me, that they recorded that in the records. And I believe unfortunate caucus is not a good way of expressing ourselves or dictating to the other caucus. In the majority side, your leader made mention of I am sensible, which has created a huge problem for me in this house. So I would like both the speakers of the right to apologize. After that, then the respectful caucus leaders, they also apologize on behalf of each of their caucuses, and then we proceed. So I want to start with, where's the honorable member? So Honorable Robert, please do have the honor to start first.
Thank you very much, Right
Please
Honorable
go straight
Speaker,
to the point.
for what I say. My name is Robert Young, the acting majority leader of this August House. I retract and apologize to this respected House for my speech. Thank you.
Yeah. Honorable member. Yes. Honorable member, please retract and apologize for using unfortunate caucus. Honorable member, allow. I'm coordinating the house. Honorable member, please go straight to the point. No format.
Thank you very much, Right Honorable Speaker. Thank you very much, Right Honorable Speaker. My name again is Elijah Yakunedu Odro. I am the Youth MP for Equiapim South Constituency.
What are you apologizing for? You were not here.
Mr. Speaker, please, what am I to apologize for?
He was not here.
I was not here. Was he here?
What exactly is he apologizing? He was not
Order. Please, the question was to me, not to you. Please, let order work. Honorable member, your question.
Please, I wanted to know what I am to apologize for.
Okay, I believe your minority leader has confronted you. Honorable member. Order. Honorable member.
Mr. Speaker. Yes, please.
Honorable member.
Yes, please.
Please, I know when I know after saying it, you say you are looking for the meaning of a word or anything. Please, the other caucus has find it, and my table office has recorded that you use the word unfortunate caucus, which to me and everyone in the house is not a nice way to refer to the other caucus. Honorable member, please, I just want you to retract the word and apologize, and let's proceed.
Okay, thank you very much, Mr. Speaker. Again, my name is Elijah Yakunedu Odro, the Youth MP for Equiapim South Constituency. I would come again, but for now, I would say that at the authority of the speaker and the respect I have for the house and the respect I have for my caucus leadership. I I apologize for that statement. Thank you very much.
You are now going to explain his reasons. Let him also explain.
We reach a consensus. Honorable member, please retract and apologize. Honorable member, please retract and apologize.
All right.
Let's proceed.
So, like I was saying, under the authority of the speaker and the respect I have for the house and my caucus leader, I would want to apologize and retract for using the word unfortunate. But I would come again with a video evidence that that word is a parliamentary acceptable word. Thank you very much.
Don't be.
Honorable members, do you want us to close? Do you want to close? Honorable members, honorable members, please let's proceed. Please let's proceed. Let's proceed. Please let's proceed. All of the West, I told them to retract. I gave them opportunity to speak, and the table office recorded it. I played deaf ears. I didn't hear anything someone said after that. I didn't hear anything someone said after that. Please let's proceed. Honorable members, honorable Courage was on the floor. So let him continue. Honorable Courage, you have the floor.
All right, thank you, Right Honorable Speaker and the House. Yeah, I go by the name Courage Daniel Esiedu, Youth MP, Akan Constituency, and also the Chairperson on the Committee for Student Relations. Right Honorable Speaker, I want to say this topic is more than an international topic, but our opponents at the other side, are making it look more of international or a global influence. Mr. Speaker, is Ghana the first country to be affected by COVID-19? And I also want to ask again that did any of the missiles from the Russian-Ukraine war land in Ghana? Right Honorable Speaker, as we speak today, we still import matches from Indonesia and even India. Mr. Speaker, the year is 2024 and not 2020 or 2021. If the majority is tracking back on issues of the COVID era, then I think, and my people here will support me, that some of their points or all of their points are invalid. Because what we are debating today is a current issue and not comparing 3 cedis points whatever figure to $1 as at 2016. Mr. Speaker, the context is this current year.
And to even speak of that, most of their policies failed. Should I tell the House? Yes. Good. We have planting for food and jobs, but we still import food. We import tomatoes from Burkina Faso and other neighboring countries. Right, Honorable Speaker, we can also attest to the appointment or government appointees. We have a dentist who served as the Minister for Education, a dentist who is serving as a minister, who served as a minister for the Energy Ministry. Right, Honorable Speaker, recently, a company called Glovo, known for delivery, exited our country. Big Pen exited our country. And we are here today making it more of an international issue. Right, Honorable Speaker, even passport application fees from 100 cedis, 150 to 200 has now risen to 500 cedis, 644, 700, and even 800. Right, Honorable Speaker, the opponents, excuse me, are confused. They are frustrated. This leads us to something in the Bible, Matthew chapter 7, verse 15. All that they are doing. There was one guy, sorry, right, honorable. There was one honorable member, I think the MP for Tema Central, if I should get that right. Okay, cool. Tema West stood up and was speaking about only the international part, and the relation was pre-COVID, right, honorable speaker? Even though we are still taxed for COVID at this time, it has nothing to do with the Cedi today. So, right, honorable speaker, please permit me to close down this debate that the majority has lacked the valid points, and that what they are doing here is similar to what we have in Matthew chapter 7, verse 15. It says that beware of false prophets, which come to you in sheep clothing, but inwardly they are ravening wolves. Mr. Speaker, I'm not a prophet, but I'm also a football fan and a lover of football. And I want to bring this. When COVID came, the outside world, Europeans, they closed down their stadiums, or they were not allowing fans to enter. But later in 2021, they opened, and so they are performing well. And Ghana here, yes, I'm attributing that. Yeah, Mr. Speaker, the opponents are.
Please proceed. Please proceed.
Yes.
Honorable
And
members,
so,
when you have your chance, then you
all I want to say is that
argument.
they don't have valid points, and we are trying to teach them, school them, because they are still learning. When you look, they have an acting.
In conclusion,
majority speaker. Mr. Speaker, next time they should come prepared if they want to debate with us, because we deal with facts and figures. We are more or less statisticians and mathematicians. Thank you very much, right, honorable speaker, for giving us the opportunity.
Honorable General.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker in the House. My name is Kendall Elizabeth Mante, Youth MP for Domi Abra Obom Constituency. I follow up on what my honorable member just said. Our honorable member from Tema West, my very good friend, he said a lot about COVID. But then I don't understand why Ghana is still complaining about COVID when we are not the only country that was affected by COVID. He equally was doing the comparison between Ghana and the European countries. The question I want to ask him is that why is the USD, the euro, and other foreign currencies not suffering, but rather they are rather supporting us with our Cedi? If we are all saying that the COVID affected all of us, then it should be seen in our development. It should be seen in our currencies. It should be seen in the other things we are doing. I know his arguments are coming to say that they are doing a whole lot of exchange commodities and blah 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 blah. The kind of resources we have, those European countries do not have. That is why they are tapping into our oil, our gold, our timber, our cocoa, our cashew, our cotton. Just to mention a few. If these countries do not have even up to 40% of the kind of resources we have, but are doing so well, then our leadership is questionable. And we need to ask more questions rather than defending the countries that are what's the name supporting us. Mr. Speaker, that is just the little thing I wanted to add to what my honorable member said.
Honorable Mark Bless.
Thank you very much.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker and our guest house. My name is Damavan Magbless, Youth MP for Southern Constituency. Mr. Speaker, the first speaker that spoke for the minority side, I think it's out of context. In relation to the motion on floor, we are talking about Cedi depreciation, and all what he said, he have totally deviated. Yes, and with the second speaker, he when the COVID issue came, my honorable member break it down from the post to the pre and the post, and it was well understood. I don't know why he's still hammering on that.
Honorable member, what's your point of correction?
Thank you for the correction. And also, she's comparing Ghana as a developing country to developed countries. She's comparing Ghana as Ghana a developing country to developed countries. We don't have some technologies or some knowledge or some machinery to do.
Honorable members.
We don't have some technologies to implement some policies that came by. For example, if you look at refinery of oil, we don't have the machineries to do that. So those countries come in to help us. So I would like to bring out 3 points for the past 3 decades. Mr. Speaker,
Proceed.
for the past decade, I would like to state to them some 3 points.
I'm listening.
Okay, so looking at economic growth, Ghana GDP growth rates have increased from what? 6.5 and have increased from 6.5 for the past decade, and that is one of the highest in Africa. What is your problem? You are distracting me.
Honorable member, please proceed. You are talking.
Thank you. And second point, what? Increased tax revenue. For the past decade, Ghana have increased a high rate of tax mobilization. And the third one is what? A significant increase in physical discipline. Wow, we have reduced physical debt from 10.2 to 10.2% to 5% over the past decade, and that is what a great improvement in the history of the country. Thank you.
Honorable belief.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. The name is Belief Agoso from Akimsu, MP for Akimsu. No, you must listen to me.
Please proceed.
Okay, thank you very much. And it seems like the other side of the house, they are they are thinking that we are not getting the thing very well. But I want to let them know that they said we are talking about city depreciation. And we are raising issue about this. Comes in economics, in in economics, there's a lot of things that gather will accumulate will make the city better. So all that we are talking about over here, we rather are even talking about those factors, and you guys are raising other things altogether. Then number two, the COVID-19 you're talking about, the war you're talking about, the real country that those things have originated from. For example, the China that the COVID-19 started from. China even resumed operation. Then we are still here. When you watch our VAT tax booklets, you still pay 50% and COVID-19%. We are still paying for it. Meanwhile, mindful that those monies were donation to us. The money were given to us to support us was a donation. So we are not going to pay back. So if it's a donation to us, so why are you testing us to pay? You give us free water. We've never talked. You give us a certain free amount of ECG. So why if and they gave you money as a government to donate for us. So right now, and you are charging us. So the money you are charging us now, those money, what are you using this for? Thank you very much for the development. But the question is that we are not saying that. Now, now we are waking up one day to realize that those money was parked in somebody's room. Then we are saying that then you have to see this depreciation. If you are holding money in your room, money, see, formation of money must circulate. Formation in economics. I did economics at school. Formation of money. Money must circulate. When you are keeping money, when it's not circulating, it also gives you a problem. So when we are talking about city depreciation, we just now we come and say here that city depreciation because of no, these are the factors we are giving you. We are talking about where we go to borrow money. They come and buy gold from us. They will come and take our cocoa and go and refine it and come and say it's a higher money. Now, when they are coming to our country, this Ghana country, they buy with dollars. Instead of they must buy with our cedi. When we go to their country, we buy with their dollar. So when they also come here, they must buy with a cedi. That is what will also solve the depreciation. Please, as an economic student, I know. Yeah. The reason is that they come in with dollar and buy from us with dollar. So when they are here, they must buy in cedi, not dollar. That is it. I said again, I'm a student of economics. Thank you very much. Simple logic.
Honorable Bright. After Honorable Bright, I'll take the last submission from both sides of the house. Then I will hear the closing remarks from the leaders. Then we proceed to adjournment.
Thank you, Right Honorable Speaker. My name is Bright Manya, Youth MP for Tema West. The Speaker, let me make a little bit of clarity over here. With the COVID levy that still exists, it was a mandate from IMF as part of our debt restructuring program. You can't determine what you do by what your debtor has given to you. Government is not foolish, it needs money. It's a debt restructuring program that we do. And then, Mr. Speaker, we are not arguing that corruption and debt doesn't play a factor in our currency depreciation. We are just saying that their impact is minimal. The major impact that contributes to our cedi appreciation or depreciation is based on our GDP to debt ratios. That's our productivity, our level of productivity. And I've explained to the honorable member that Ghana's commodity, it has the degree and the weight it takes in the international market. So I understand that Ghana has resources, but then a major contributor to our country's GDP are certain key commodities. That's oil, gold, and cocoa. These are the major ones that have a significant impact on our economy. And I'm making you understand that pre-COVID era, the international market was so conducive
for these commodities. Post-COVID era is not conducive for them. That's why countries like Nigeria are even suffering with even higher inflation rates that keeps on increasing daily. Currently, Nigeria's inflation rate is increasing and the naira is still depreciating because Nigeria also depends on what? This same oil and gas. Now, they are comparing the cedi to the CFA franc. Mr. Speaker, CFA franc, that currency is used by most of the francophone countries within the sub-Saharan terrain. We have about 5 to 6 countries using this currency. Cedi can't compete. Majority of these countries have this same CFA franc currency being manipulated and controlled by France, who is a bigger marketer or exporter or international demand expert than France. France literally controls every market that exists in the European Union. France has dominance when it comes to Europe's market. That's why till date, because of Niger moving or pulling away from France, they are even suffering with their uranium prices and its exportation because France decide most of their fiscal policies and monetary policies in their parliament. Now France is out of the picture. So let's not make that comparison of CFA franc and the cedi. It's not a healthy comparison. It's flawless. Everything that they are saying is highly in quote trash. It doesn't make sense in the set concept of today's debate. Baseless. The arguments that we are making over here is that the major commodities that contribute to our nation's GDP have lost value in the global stage. The speaker, this is fact. It has lost value. Gold has lost value. Cocoa has lost value. Oil has lost value. Majority of them are struggling. Even Britain that I'm talking about currently, Britain is equally struggling because their major commodities they also export are also losing what? Value. That's why I'm making you understand that even the prime ministers currently in Britain are struggling. There are even calls for there to be a reformation in the monarchy system in Britain. They even want to do away with the monarchy system because of the level of deterioration of the economy. Recently, Mr. Speaker, in the news channel, the British are actually agitating. They are burning certain key places in London because of the high inflation rates that exist. The cost of living in Britain is even far worse than what is happening in Ghana. The cost of living in US is even far worse than what's existing in Ghana. The only reason why we Ghanaians tend to complain is because of the minimum wages that exist between both countries when you're explaining comparatives. Aside minimum wages, they suffer more. An ordinary hamburger is being sold in the US by $15. When you convert this to the cities, it's quite high. In Kosiani Meko is the perfect example you can give. All these things are at a simple price. Our inflation is worse, but then our cost of living can't be compared to what's existing in the European countries. The concept of the motion should be argued rightly. We are not condemning all what they are saying. We are just saying that their impacts or their arguments that they are raising has minimal impact on the appreciation and depreciation of the city. The major impacts are our oil, cocoa, and gold. If oil should gain value in the international market, Mr. Speaker, if gold should gain value in the international market, if cocoa should come back to that standard in the international market, Mr. Speaker, I stand on firm grounds, considering international policies, considering market strategies, and I tell you for a fact that the city will appreciate. Any leader that comes to meet this current economy, to meet the current demands that exist in status quo, that leader will still not be able to stabilize the city because you can't determine what happens in the global markets. Thank you.
Yeah. Honorable members, let's hear from the last speaker from the minority side.
Okay.
Now we'll hear from the leaders.
Thank you very much. Right, Honorable Speaker. I respond to the name Adonu Charles, Youth MP for Onaga constituency. Mr. Speaker, it is true that my honorable members from the other side of the house, they were very confused to what they were saying. Because one, they made mention that this current government has Ghanaians as heart. It is false. What happened during what hap- this is you see, this is from your side. This is from your side. Let me clear the mind here, then I
Please,
come back.
you address everything to me.
Okay, thank you very much. So that is what they said. They said this government has every Ghanaian in heart. When the split occurred, the president of the Republic of Ghana came all the way, and then he said, because we don't vote for him, That is how come he is not supposed to do a lot of things. Look, they even donated so that they give to the people over there. It couldn't work. They talked about the free SHS. Although it is free, but it is never free. Because the people are suffering, the students are suffering. Mr. Speaker, currently look at the SNIT. The SNIT, the government wants to take over. And then they are telling us that they have us in heart. Now, back to the motion. The motion is that the House believes that the failure of the Cedi is due to government's mismanagement. Mr. Speaker, this is what the Vice President, Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia, said. He said, if the fundamentals are weak, the exchange rate will expose you. Now, look at where we are. 2016, the $1 was 3 cedis 95 pesos. According to freecurrencyrates.com. So when you go there, you will see it over there. Today, look at the dollar. Where are we? Then you will tell us that Ukraine war has affected Ghanaians. Did you ever enjoy any missiles in Ghana? Did you ever have anything on that? No. Like missiles or any bomb, anything. Missiles. Yes, that is what I'm trying to say.
Honorable member, please be warned. Let him make his point.
He's talking about international front. Meanwhile, we are supposed.
Order, please. Honorable member, please, I'm coming. He's making his submission. Whether missile,
Whatever.
let him finish making his submission.
Now you know.
Let him finish making his submission. You cannot.
Yes.
Are you the one making the statement? Do you know what he's saying? Do you know where he's arriving at? Please, honorable member, please proceed.
So he was only talking about the British, whatever. We are talking about Ghana. We are talking about Ghana. This is what we are talking about, the cry of the people of Ghana. During the COVID time, instead of the government to reduce price for us because we're not going to work, they were rather increasing it. Dollar was just increasing. We will see that and attest to the fact that this current government has really done us harm than good. So for me, I will say that we just have to recommend. You're talking about the goal. We have engineers even in HTU. What is the best thing we can do? What are some of the equipment and stuff we can put together so that we can be able to refine our own goal? That is the thing we are supposed to talk about. What are we to talk about is the fuel. Now we have the crude that we need to export to somewhere. Some will go and process it and bring it back at a very costing price. You're not talking about all those things. Now we are talking about cocoa. If Ghana has a factory that is very active, and we are able to do our own business, we will see that the economy will be very favorable for us. But it's not looking like that. We have to export all the way from China to Ghana. Then the cities is still suffering. So majority caucus, please let us address the motion before the House.
In conclusion,
the House believes that the failure of the Cedi is due to government mismanagement. Truly, government has mismanaged the cities, thereby causing depreciation in everything we do. Thank you very much.
he corrected it. The table office. Honorable member, please let's be fair. Let's be fair. He corrected himself when he was speaking. You are aware. When the next sitting, you refer to the vote of proceedings. You'll see what he's talking about. The last speaker from this side. No, you started. No, you started. Please. Honorable member, honorable member, please let's be fair. He moved the motion, he seconded, you both started the debate. So it's prudent that they end the debate so that the leaders will come in. Okay, your caucus, I'm sorry.
Then I'll consume all the time.
Honorable members, may I believe one of the ladies should talk. Please,
Masha, why are you doing that?
honorable member. Yeah, you can talk.
Tema,
You don't force somebody to speak if the person is not ready.
Honorable member, an honorable member is on the floor. Order, 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 order.
Thank you very much, Right Honorable Speaker. My name is Doche Samsi, an observer. I think a lot has been said by my caucus, and I would like to add a little.
What's your point of order?
Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you.
Please, please. Order, 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 order. Say the majority caucus. Say the majority caucus.
Okay, thank you, thank you. I think let me proceed to make my point.
Order. Minority leader. Please proceed.
Please,
please proceed.
actually, the COVID-19 has impacted the economy a lot, and led to the depreciation of the Cedi. During the lockdown, we cannot export our commodities anymore. We can only import from outside. Talking about the drugs and every what medicine that we use to cure our those that are down with the COVID-19. So actually, when you are to import, you still you definitely do an exchange for the what for the other currency. So we've realized that the the currency has also been ordered. So when you get there and you are not able to have access to it, and later on you go, then it has escalate. They raise it so that you give more CDs for the dollar. So that one has also what affected the economy or the CD as well. Then the Russia and Ukraine war that we are talking about, it also played impact.
Is it wait? Minority caucus. Point of correction for what? Honorable Vincent. Honorable member. Order, 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 order. Order, 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 order. Please, what's the correction you are coming to correct? Honorable member, please proceed. Proceed. Is that correction? Is that point of correction?
Thank you, Speaker. House. My name is written by Selom, MP for constituency. The only commercial seat in voter ID.
Please proceed. Go straight to the point.
And we have 2 O's and 2 H.
Proceed to the point.
Thank you very much. Mr. Speaker, I don't seem to get the point that he's trying to make. And this side of the house is misleading all of us. Because first, the information that he's putting out is false. Secondly, he's mixing up everything together.
Honorable member.
We don't seem to deduce the sense of no.
Honorable member.
So he's spreading falsehood. Precisely, that's what I'm doing.
Honorable member, that's your problem.
Yes,
okay.
Hey, Mr. Speaker. Mr. Speaker.
Honorable member. Honorable member, please let him proceed. He will do the needful. Please, honorable member, when you are making an argument,
please come back again.
Please
be precise. Don't be mixing up the vote.
Please, the Russia and Ukraine war that I said that it's also impacted the Cedi or caused a depreciation. I think all what has been said in this caucus has proved to that fact. So it still remains like that. Now, in conclusion, I would like to say that there are many observers in the house, and there are many observers in the house, and they are observing everything that you are doing here. So if they will join the next parliament, it is all about the way you comport yourself over here. And I want to say that the way the bigger parliament behaves, let us not copy that. I can see we are trying to dramatize whatever that is happening over here. So we shouldn't behave like that.
Honorable member, please, you are going too far.
Okay, okay.
Please, you are going too far.
Okay.
Honorable member, please resume your seat. Order, 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 order. Honorable members, every expert was once a beginner. Honorable members, every expert was once a beginner. We all didn't start like this. We learned. We learned. So, honorable member, I believe you'll be with us for some time, and I'm hopeful that you filled the application for the next parliament. Okay. So, I would like to tell everyone, including the observers, that this house, when you don't know something, you observe and you learn. When you are not getting it, you can ask and you'll be taught. So I believe everyone here is still learning. Today I learned a lot of things from your debate too. So let's proceed. Let's hear the closing remarks from the minority leader. Please, he finished. He finished. Honorable member, are you the one going to tell me I didn't finish?
He's telling us that next time,
Please proceed.
you have to go to the
Thank you very much, Right Honorable Speaker. It has been an interesting day and a wonderful debate, and I can say that we are all learning and we continue to learn each and every day. When you go to the Ghanaian Parliament, we have an MP there who is Honorable Jijoli Gakpe, MP for Keta. Even though this is first or second term, but even though he is an MP, not an observer, but he sits down quietly and learn and observe well. But when an opportunity is given to an observer here, I think you have to be watchful of the things that because you will make others that will come to lose such opportunity to speak. Mr. Speaker, today's debate is what? The failure of the city is due to what? The mismanagement of what? The economy, kind of. A recent survey by what? Afrobarometer on what? Our democracy. Thank you very much, Mr. Speaker. The survey stated that what? 77% of Ghanaians believe that what? There is an increase in corruption. We mentioned what? Corruption, and then the majority side of the house were asking how corruption affects or what depreciate the city. It's a simple economics. When you are trying to what? Divert the money, the state funds, the public fund to what? Areas or sectors that are not needed. You are hoarding the money, which Honorable what? Robert said. Hoarding the money is one of what? The perfect reasons why what? Inflation of the city or a currency can occur. For which what? We cannot say who is what? Hoarding the money currently in this country. Can't you see the likes of Honorable Cecilia Abenadapa hoarding the money? So I think your statement that you made that what? The citizens are hoarding the money is the cause of the city. I think it's even coming back to you that you ought to do the needful. Mr. Speaker, also, Mr. Speaker, also 87% of what? Ghanaians believe that what? The country is heading towards the wrong direction. So that means when Afrobarometer reports, current reports on democracy survey, it's all over the social media. It's one of the current news hovering around. If you don't know, go to the internet and go and read. Like the way you equally direct my members to go to the internet and read. Thank you very much. Which means what? Every 10 members of this house, when they pick every 10 member, 9 of them believes that what? The country is what? Heading towards the wrong direction. Only one of them will say what? The country is going to the what? The right direction, which will probably be what? This high polluted party what? Affiliates. And also what? The survey also what? Stated that what? 55% of what? Ghanaians are living in extreme poverty, which we can all attest to the fact that it's looking on the face of most of the Ghanaians, including us. Yes. And what? About what? 2 million Ghanaians are what? Unemployed. About 2 million Ghanaians are unemployed. Mr. Speaker, I have a lot to say.
But please,
And
in conclusion,
this is my what? Closing remarks. So, Mr. Speaker, allow me to flow.
please, time to. So I gave you 3 minutes.
Mr. Speaker,
I am the
Honorable member.
proponent of what the motion, so allow me to what, pour my heart out.
So will you use 1 hour
Mr.
for your
Speaker,
heart? Honorable member.
Honorable Bright mentioned that what the individual's attitude are what causing what the inflation of the cedi, and I would like to put to him that what the individuals that are what are placed in these government institutions, it's not that what they are qualified just because of what lack of what political interference. You want your party or your person to be there. It's what accounted for what the depreciation of what the city, because there is what an entire what mismanagement. There is an entire mismanagement. Mr. Speaker, one one of them also said what population. One of them also said what one of them also say what population what due to population, because you cannot compare the current population to what the population in what the previous government. That also was accounted for what the depreciation of the city, and I would like to expose the emptiness of what that point that he stated. When what population increases, taxes also increases. Government collect what taxes from what these individuals. So you can't say what the depreciation of what the city is due to what population what increase. It's a total no. Honorable Bright equally what compare Ghana's economy to what that of US, and I found it very what laughable, and then I still, as I'm sitting there, I'm still finding it very difficult to what understand where what Honorable Mabless stood up and was saying proudly that how can you compare what a developed country to what a developing country. So I think he has crossed what he already said. So let me put to him that what he compared. Honorable Bright also stated what the public debt for what US is in the trillion. Yes, it's true, but you fail to what compare it with their population, and that of what Ghana's what population matching it to what the public debt of what Ghana. Let me prove to you that what Ghana's total public debt as at now is what 53.1 billion US dollars. And what we have a total population of about 34 million currently in Ghana. So it's on the internet, it's on the internet. Don't worry, I'll come. Don't worry, I'll come. I'm setting my basis right. When you compare what this population to the debt, and what you want to know what you as a Ghanaian, an individual, you are owing. Let me tell you, as at now, an individual, every Ghanaian owes what about what 1,558 point what 82 dollars, which what translates its equivalent to Ghanaian cedi is what 23,300 and what 82 point what 30 Ghanaian cedis. When will you pay yours? When will you pay yours? Okay, so you comparing Ghana's public debt, to that of what? That of what? The US. That of what? The US. Do you care to know? Let me give you what the US public debt and the total population and state what the amount individual is owing.
Honorable member, please.
Mr. Speaker, allow me. Let me educate. We are all learning.
In conclusion,
Mr. Speaker, allow me to speak. Please, Mr.
we
Speaker,
have already done more than 7 minutes.
Mr. Speaker, stop heckling me.
Honorable
Mr.
member,
Speaker,
please conclude.
as at now, the total population for what? The United States of America
is what? 341,814,420. So let's just do a rough estimate by saying 341 million, eliminating the rest. And their public debts currently, do you care to know? It's a simple what? Press of the button, and the information is what? At your doorstep. The public debt for US is what? 34 trillion. As you stated that what? It's in the trillion. Yes, it's true. Do you care to know how much a US citizen is owing? You can do the calculation and find yourself. You can do the calculation and find yourself. So, so, if I'm not giving raw figures, it's all over the internet. It's all over the internet. So, honorable Bright, today you've said a lot of things that are totally lies.
Honorable member, in conclusion.
Mr. Speaker, he said what? The loss of value is what? In the commodities. They say what? Our commodities what? Lost value in what? The international market. Let me tell him that what? The loss of value is due to what? One, the illegal what? Money, popularly known as what? Galamsey. Have you cared to know the recent report by what? Erasmus Asaridonko by Joy News? It's on the internet. Go and say, I've mentioned his name and know where you can get it. You don't research. Should I spell the name for you? Erastus Asaridonko of Joy News made what? A report on the illegal mining and how our what? Cocoa is what? Being rejected at what? The international market. Is it due to what? Me or who? Who are supposed to make sure that what? Those what illegal mining is what? Stop and what? They regulate it very well. Let them regulate it in such a way that what? People what? Stop polluting the waters. They campaign based on what? Illegal mining. They campaign based on what? They have the men and what? They are capable of managing the economy better. And you said what? Ask at what? Now, where this country exists in status quo, there is no government that will come and what? Change the fortunes of what? This country. So what you said means what? What this current government told us back then is totally what? Lies. So meaning they cannot do. So I don't see the reason why what? They should come and preach to us that what? They are what? Better managers of what? The economy.
Conclude. In conclusion,
Mr. Speaker, one of the rating agencies in the world rated our economies as junk, which is what? Bola. Nothing is nothing. So what are you trying to say? That what? Is this government managing the economy well? No. Mr. Speaker, when you look at what? Ghana's year-on-year inflation in what? This June 2024, which is election year, as compared to 2016, June of 2016, also what? An election year of the previous government. Year-on-year inflation for what? This current government is what? 22 point what? 8%. And what? The previous government, June 2016, was what? 11%. Mr. Speaker, let me just expose the emptiness of whatever they said here, because they've already rated our country junk. Mr. Speaker, they also mentioned what? Planting for food and jobs. Do you care to know how much? Do you know how much was spent on planting for food and jobs? Okay, we mentioned planting for food and jobs. Okay, fine. We mentioned planting for food and jobs. Do you care to know how much has been spent on planting for food and jobs since its inception in 2017? We have about 2.9 billion Ghanaian cedis, but we have nothing to show. When you go to the market today, you buy tomatoes, one tomatoes, you know, unless unless you probably buy one tomatoes some time ago was 5 cedis. One was planting for food and jobs, which is supposed which is supposed to be what one planting for food and jobs, which is supposed to be one of what our flagship program that we should take seriously in this country. Due to the mismanagement, 2.9 billion Ghanaian cedis has been what misused. 2.9 billion dollars Ghanaian cedis has been misused in this country, which has made, yes, that's the last one. Yes. Order. Honorable member, please conclude. Which has made what an inflation to what 24%. Mr. Speaker, finally, in conclusion, we at the majority side want to tell them that what some of these what points, which is excessive borrowing, excessive import rates, because the more you are taking the cities to what the other country, put what pressure on the city, for which what depreciate the city more. If they don't know, the more you import, the more the city depreciates. Large size of government, the gargantuan government that we've ever seen before. Government, this large size of government is just too much, and they are spending. When you look at what our expenses, when you look at the gift mix, and what you look at what goods and services, you look at goods and services.
Honorable member.
It's one of what the highest expenses that we have. Another one is what?
Honorable member, thank you very much.
Improper budgeting and what? Lack of what?
Honorable member, please, thank you very much.
Improper what? Misappropriation of funds. Lack of what? Lack of what? Execution of what? Defaulted what? Government officials. Like what? Cecilia Abena Dapa.
Thank you very much.
These are some of the reasons why we are saying that what? The government is what? Mismanaging what? The economy. Very bad. Mr. Speaker, I thank you.
Thank you very much. Order. Honorable member, please, you have the floor.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much. Right Honorable Speaker, my name is Robert Young, the acting majority leader of this house, and very privileged to have these honorable members debating on this issue from this side of the house. Mr. Speaker, I am sad to sit here to accumulate the gravity of falsehood, the quantum of lies, deviation from the motion brought to the house to be debated upon today. I'm sad, but anyway, I would like to say, you see, all that they are saying is fallacious.
is suffering. Their point are suffering from a disease called dyslexia, which means lack of coordination. All that they are saying is not coordinating. You see, it is our old people will tell you that too much words cannot fill a basket. The quantity of your words will only determine the number of thoughts you are communicating. Yes, I don't know. The minority caucus is making it look as if free senior high is evil and a mismanagement. They are making it look as if reducing doomsaw is evil and mismanagement. They are making it look as if increasing NSS allowance that all of them sitting here are enjoying is evil. From 500 Ghana cedi to 715. Why? Hey, order. Right now, why?
Order.
Right
Please,
now,
when you were making your submission, they kept quiet. They kept quiet. Please, honorable member, please proceed.
right now, speaker, they are making it look as if tackling COVID-19, tackling COVID-19 is evil and mismanagement. They are making it look as if currently we are undergoing what we call dengue fever. They are making it look as if tackling all these challenges are evil and mismanagement, of which, Mr. Speaker, yes, because Mr. Speaker, because they are not watching news, because
Hey, order.
because they are not watching news.
Order.
It looks like they are not having television in their houses.
Hey, honorable member,
Oh no,
please.
they are saying they are not aware of the fever currently affecting Ghana.
Please proceed.
You see, so that is the gravity of their ignorance, and I'm trying to clear it. Right now, speaker. Right now, speaker. Right now, speaker. I don't know if the minority side of the house wants the government to come and farm tomatoes for them. I don't know if the minority side of the house want the government to come and make matchsticks for them to go and export. I don't know if they want Akufo-Addo, for me to say, His Excellency, to come down and farm pepper for them to eat. That is why they are complaining. They are complaining about prices of things in the market. Meanwhile, we are talking about major issues that are causing depreciation of the city, which educated people like we should come out with issues to tackle.
Please let him make his closing remarks. Please.
Do we know, right, honorable speaker? Do we know the kind of calculation, the kind of calculus that goes into tackling management? Are they aware at all? Is it a sin for the government of Ghana to construct 58 bridges currently out of 90? Is it a mismanagement, Mr. Speaker? Is it a mismanagement? Is it a mismanagement at the rural areas? If they are not listening to news, then that is their problem. You are complaining you need rules. Right now, Speaker. Right now, Speaker.
I'll
Honorable member, please
right,
proceed and conclude.
right, Honorable Speaker. This is the quantity of road being constructed, which, if I want to mention, they will not close.
Honorable member, please, you are talking
Yes,
about city mismanagement.
yes. Because of what they are, how they've deviated, I'm now trying to correct them. See, 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 Mr. Speaker, the dimension of sensitization I have to do now, because of how deep they've gotten down below what we are debating on. I can even take the whole week to do that sensitization.
Please conclude for us.
Honorable Speaker, I strongly believe that when it comes to matters of the city, it's just a simple Pythagoras theory. Honorable Speaker, but it looks like right, Honorable Speaker, but it looks like the other side of the house did not get opposite, hypotenuse, and adjacent. Right, Honorable Speaker. Right, Honorable Speaker. The kind of government you have at the end of the day. That hey, I want us to listen. The kind of government. This is that simple, just 5 minutes. The kind of government you have at the end of the day is determined by the attitude of the individuals you have. Because, right, Honorable Speaker, 7th December is going to come. 7th December is coming again. And Ghanaians are going to make decisions again. Right, Honorable Speaker. Right, Honorable Speaker. This, right, Honorable Speaker. There are three, right, Honorable Speaker. There are three categories of madness. Right, Honorable Speaker. There are three categories of madness which I would like to highlight on. Right, Honorable Speaker.
If honorable member, I want to ask a question. Please, the three category of madness, is it relevant to the
Is related to the
matter?
city, yes, please.
Is it relevant to it? Then proceed.
Like I said, the quality of leader you have at the end of the day is determined by the people who make the choice, who make the decision. Right, Honorable Speaker? So I'm saying that, what I'm saying, and I'm relating it to the city, is that there are three categories of madness. The first kind of madness are the ones that we see walking on the roadside.
Order.
Secondly, second category, listen to the category.
Order.
The second category is a type of madness that a person has and he is dressed fine in a pair of shoes, driving Rolls Royce, but that person is mad. And the worst kind of madness, right, Honorable Speaker, and the worst kind of madness, which is related to what we are debating on, is a madness of a person that will see a madman on the street dancing and he will stop to observe the person.
Allow me. Now let me coordinate. Order. Order. Now I want to complete. Please proceed.
We, we the majority caucus of the house is saying that mismanagement of government is never and will never be the cause of city depreciation because it, we the populace, we the individuals are the one who put the government of the day there. Are you getting the whole scenario? So if our decision, if we claim that our government, our leadership is bad and being mismanaged, it still boils down to we the populace, our decision. And I will say that we the youth will not call the government of the day to come and there is after, which is an opportunity for we the youth. In conclusion, Mr. Speaker, government have stated that there are a lot of policies that government has implemented, and if we the individuals, allow me to finish. This is the conclusion. Conclusion. In conclusion, if the government is able to implement a policy to favor exportation of goods, do we want the government again to come and be doing share butter? Do we want the government to come down and be doing tomato farming for us to export? This is just simple logic. We Ghanaians, I want to describe Ghanaians. Honorable member, please conclude. We the populace, let me conclude. We the populace of Ghanaians shouldn't blame the government for mismanagement, because the populace of Ghanaians, in my own words, hey, of you, honorable member, please conclude. Our hungry, lazy, increasing population. We are very lazy. We don't want to work. That is why our city has gone high. So I will call, right now, speaker, I will call on a clarion call that we stand firmly against the motion that government is the one mismanaging the fancies of Ghanaians. Thank you. Honorable members, order, 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 order. Honorable members, at the end of the debate, the House believes that the failure of the city is due to government mismanagement. All those in favor. No, I'm reading the motion. I hereby put a question. All those in favor, say yes. All those against, say no. Honorable members, order. At the end of the debate, I hereby put a question. All those in favor, say aye. Those against, say no. Honorable members,
I think, honorable members, I think the ayes have it. Honorable members, order. Honorable members, order. No, please stand and make your point. Honorable member, let's hear you. Honorable member, please let's hear you. Please let's hear you.
Honorable Speaker, thank you for the opportunity again. My name is Robert Fiaonu, the acting majority leader. Honorable Speaker, you saying you think means those who say nay to are many, and you are not able to get the whole thing clear. So I'm of the view that we do head counts. I didn't finish it.
Order. Please stop interjecting.
Please, right, Honorable Speaker, I want to put it on record. That we're going to give in that at the end of the day, the motion carries in favor of the minority. Does not depend on the debate they debate in the House today. There are debates.
Honorable member, please.
I'm saying that if despite we giving in that the government is the one responsible for the city depreciation, does not depend on the debate the minority side has debate, but because looking at it, our ranking is far when it comes to maybe ranking the two parties.
Thank you very much, honorable
So
member.
we'll do the head counting.
Honorable member, please, after giving in one head count. Honorable member, please resume your seat.
I said despite.
Please resume your seat.
Look at.
Please resume your seat. Honorable member, please resume your seat.
Look at the phrase.
Honorable members, the ayes have it. Honorable members, please, before we move for the adjournment of this sitting, let's take a very short announcement from our former, no, it's still the speaker. Yes, soon to expire speaker. Yeah, the battery is low, 1%. Honorable Speaker, please proceed.
Thank you very much, Mr. Speaker. I'm grateful for the opportunity. I am John Samegashiviglo. I'm actually an interim MP for now. And I want to thank you for stepping in the shoes of the Speaker to act in his absence. Honourable members, my announcement is just two. The first announcement is on our progress with respect to the preparations to inaugurate the 4th Parliament. This Parliament will stand dissolved hopefully at 12 o'clock on Saturday, 10th August 2024.
and our last sitting will be held that day where we conclude the business of this house. As of now, we have seen that most of the incumbent MPs have not actually applied to join, and we don't exactly know the issue. I just want to inform them that if they really want to join the next parliament, they have to follow the process and apply. Those of you who are having issues applying, kindly contact me and we'll see how you can go around it. For this new parliament, you pay the dues before you have been assigned a seat. So when you fill the form, you are supposed to join a WhatsApp platform and you are vetted on WhatsApp. The YIP number will send you the questions you answer. Then after you pay your dues, then the seat is being confirmed. Please, by 31st July, we'll have to close the portal and start the preparation of appointment letters. So please do not wait till the deadline before you apply. And if you have to pay the dues, please pay the dues before the 31st of August. A lot of things goes into organizing this inauguration. 31st of July. A lot of things go into the preparation of this inauguration. As a matter of fact, our budgets for the inauguration, we have not even gotten the money yet. It means we have to resource to pre-financing if you don't pay your dues. So please, I want to encourage all of you who have applied to pay your dues so that we can fund our inauguration. The prices are going high. And even when outsiders ask how much is our dues, and we tell them 100 cedis, they ask, is it for a month or a year? And we tell them a year. Like, it's quite down. So I don't know why members are having issue paying. Please, try and pay your dues before 31st August so that we can fund our inauguration. The inauguration is coming on 10th August, and 10th August at 12 o'clock, hopefully, I'll dissolve my chamber and a new speaker will inaugurate his chamber. Honourable members, the second announcement is with respect to the fact that those of you who are having issues that you want to contribute, maybe you want something to be done in a different way, feel free and contact me and let's discuss. We don't know it all. So this is a house that we need to dialogue. And I want to congratulate most of you who bring in more people to join the house. I've been seeing some of you, even today, I've seen newcomers coming in, and I want to thank them all for showing interest in the house. Please, the nomination forms are still available. If you want it, you can go to Facebook, you see it. If you want us to send you the link, kindly chat the YIP number plus 23330 9608915, and it will send you the link. And try and go through the process before the 31st of August. Anyone who fails to abide by the time, it is after inauguration that will see to you, because we need to prepare the appointment letters and put your names in the brochure. We need to print the standing orders and then the constitution per the number of MPs and a whole lot of preparation. So please, we don't want any last minute arrangement. We don't want any last minute arrangement. We'll be doing a pre-inaugural orientation, hopefully by Tuesday. And those of you who don't know, you can watch and then see how to go on. Okay, honorable members. So please, our new MPs, like Linda, you have to apply. And then your 3 friends. Application is free. We don't charge for applications. Other parliaments, you need to pay like 250 before you even put in your names. We don't charge for application. It is before we confirm you. That is when you pay 100 cedis, and 100 cedis for the entire year. The entire year. Yes. So please, the incoming leaders, please, you need to pay your dues before the time. Okay. You need to pay the dues before the 31st. Okay. We need money to fund the inauguration. So please, Linda and your 4 colleagues, fill the form. And I've seen my new friend here, Abigail. You have to fill the form. I'll chat you and send you the link. You need to fill the form. Very good. Where is our new friend? Who is the chief of the caucus? Oh, yes, yes. So, oh, actually, he has already applied. He has even paid his dues. Oh, yes, yes, yes. Yes, He also filled the form. Maybe he's here to pay the dues. Yes. So have you also filled the form? Yeah. So do well and then fill. Honorable Bright, we are waiting for you. Back movement too. Eh. Yes. So please, yes. Oh, are you joining the next parliament? Then you have to fill the form. Oh. So maybe the advantage we can give to the incumbents is that maybe the short circuit we can do is that when you pay the dues, we just copy your details from the third parliament and paste it into the fourth.
That
Yes.
is if you want the same constituency.
That is if you want to retain your constituency. Yes. Then when you pay the dues, you just contact the YIP number and then we just copy your details from the third to the fourth. Yes. So that is the information for you. Please, YIP is going high and let's join this journey and be part of it. Linda, I'll send you the form again. Send it to all of them. They should fill the form. Okay. 10th August will sound a new bell and resound our history. Please let us all prepare. Thank you very much. I'll hold. Oh, please. Oh, okay. Okay. Thank you very much. So, thank you very much. So, in joining the caucus is actually at the discretion of the appointment committee and those who are in charge to assign it to you. Actually, it's the clerk department in consultation with them. So we assign you a caucus at random. But if you are interested in any caucus, you can just inform us and then we can assign it to you. Okay? Yes. So on 10th of August, the guest we have confirmed so far is Honorable Peter Nochukotui and then Honorable Flolu. We're actually working on the regional minister, but it couldn't work out. We're working on other guests, but they couldn't work out. So these are the guests that we have secured, and they are coming for that day. So that is it. Please, any other questions for me to answer? Oh, sorry. Honorable Peter Nochukotwe is the member of parliament for our catching of constituency. Yes, and the ranking member on the education committee, as well as our patron. Honorable Kofiato is also one of our patrons. No, we have only confirmed 3 people. We don't like inviting a lot of people, or else they'll be sharing attention. So the maximum we want for every program of ours is just 3. Yes, it is an advice that was given and we yield by it. Or else they'll be sharing attention. It's political programs that are going, and they'll have 20 guests. And it's very bad. We can't do that. Yes, and then we have Honorable James Etonam Flolu, the DCE for Afada 2 South, who is also the Dean of the DCs in the Volta region as well. Also coming for the program, who is also one of our patrons, and then Mr. Voga, who is our closest patron, to come. They have witnessed us from day one, and they are the best to testify on our growth. That is why we have been able to confirm them. So these are our guests coming up. Please, any other question? Apo? So please, on that day, we are not going to serve you these green sugary things. So we are serving you heavy food. Yes. So we need that. We need the bills. We need the money. Please. Oh, if you can pay maybe some 1 KB each, we can even get you Kempiski. We can get you Kempiski if you like. Yes. But as of now, yes. But as of now, yes. So please, the inauguration, we are going to hold it at 8 USRCJCR. And the dissolution of the third parliament will start at 9, and the inauguration will start at 12. Yes, so please, let's all try and come. We need the numbers to fill the venue. Okay, yes, please. So, if the need be, we'll hire. Okay, so So we'll actually go and then scan that venue. If there need be, we'll hire more. You mean this venue? Yes. Oh, it's too small. It's even upstairs. We need to climb staircase. So much inconvenience. It's yes, girls, you know. So please, the confirmed venue is SRT this year. Please. Yeah, that's. Oh. Yes.
Please. So that's why if they need for more chairs,
Yes, we'll get. Okay. So please, I want to highlight that please pay the due so that we can have the money to fund. Because if you don't pay, it means you have to go and get it from somewhere to fund before you come and pay. So please encourage people to join and pay the due so that we can fund our inauguration. Okay, and please, the leaders, as much as possible, we would like to get you your tax before the inaugural day. So from here forth, any tax that we are doing is for the fourth parliament. Okay, as of now, our person has not increased the price yet. So if you don't pay early, maybe you have to pay the new price. It's still 40 cedis, the brooch and then the tag. So from henceforth, any tag that we do will be for the fourth parliament. Thank you very much. Yes. Oh, your own is ready. The third parliament one is ready. It's ready. Yes. Yes. So it's ready. I'll give it to you after the program.
Please, the next one is
Then the brooch. It was a mistake that they put the hashtag on it.
I think everybody should be levied.
Levy. Oh, okay. We'll think about it. Mr. Speaker, let me just clarify this before I sit down. The reason why we put the hashtag on the tax is that in the next parliament, your position might change. Things might change. So if you don't put a hashtag on it, it will be difficult to recall. But the brunch, there must not be a hashtag on it. It was a mistake. Yes. So, Mr. Speaker, I want to thank all of you very much. I didn't even know we would sit this long because we actually planned to close by 4 o'clock, but the debate was getting so hot. So, on behalf of myself and on my own self and on all of you, myself too, I want to thank you myself for sitting so long. Myself, thank you very much. I'm grateful. Myself.
Honorable members, honorable members, please let's proceed to the last item on the order paper. Last item on the order paper, please. Let's call on the majority leader to move a motion for the adjournment to the 13th parliamentary sitting.
Yes, please.
Thank you very much, Right Honorable Speaker. The name Robert Fiaun, MP for Practice, and then the acting majority leader for this Address House today. Yes, I appreciate everybody, or I would say I appreciate every honorable in this house today. And fast forward, I move. Fast forward, Mr. Speaker, I move the motion for the adjournment of the sitting to further notice. Thank you.
Honorable minority leader, please second.
Thank you very much, Mr. Speaker. Mr. Speaker, it has been a great day, and then we thank each and everyone for their presence. Going to the fourth parliament, we want the attendance to increase because this third parliament has been something else that we don't expect it to be. Looking at the numbers, about 150 plus honorable members. When we come, we are not even up to 30. It's actually bad. on the flip side, I just love the vigor or the braveness of the majority side today. It has been a great one because they say a brave person is someone who have a running stomach. Wait, la. I love your braveness because what a brave man. Even though we are all feeling the impact of the economy, a brave man is someone who have a running stomach but still want to fluctuate. I love the braveness of this caucus. Elisatu, a brave man is someone who have a running stomach but still want to what? Fluctuate. Mr. Speaker, I thank you. I hereby second the motion moved by my honorable majority leader. I thank you.
Honorable members, the motion for adjournment to the 13th parliamentary sitting has been moved and equally seconded. All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Those against say no. Honorable members, the ayes have it. Therefore, the motion is carried. The House stands adjourned.
Mr. Speaker.
Emotional speaker.
Emotional speaker. As you did,
How do you do that?
We are moving.